common ammeter characteristics. Okay, so here we have used ammeter as a common terminal. Okay, so now let us draw symbolic diagram. So now we know that this is the symbol for whom? Yes, the transistor. Now if one of the symbol is having in downward direction or the arrow, then this terminal is called as what? Ammeter. The side on which arrow is present, that terminal is called as what? Ammeter. Then this is nothing but called as what? Base. This part is called as what? Collector. Now the point is that which terminal is having N region and which terminal is having P region. Then you can see that this arrow will help you, as we have discussed before. Ammeter, base and collector can be recognized. Yes, how the regions can be recognized by using this arrow. As we know that the electric current can flow from positive to negative. Positive to negative. So arrow is showing in this direction, so positive to negative. So this B will become positive. This will become negative, and this is also negative. Now you can see that NPN transistor we have used. So we have used NPN transistor. Now we have to use this ammeter as a common terminal. So let us draw. Here we are going to attach a microammeter so that we can know the base current from this. So this is always in forward bias. This base is always in a forward bias. So this is P region and it is connected to positive. Okay. This is the ammeter which has been common to both. Yes, which is common to the collector also and ammeter also. Now here we are going to use a resistor. Again we are going to use a microammeter so that we know the current which is going to flow from the collector. Here it is negative, so we have to attach positive terminal over here. Now this will become VCC. That means it is the voltage across the collector. This is the input voltage Vin, and here we are going to attach a variable potential which will help you to vary the base voltage, okay, across the base and ammeter. So this will be VBE. This is variable. Here also we have to attach a voltmeter or variable potential. This potential is also variable, so this will be called as VCE, voltage across collector and ammeter. Okay, so this is the diagram for common ammeter transistor. And which transistor we have used? We have used NPN transistor. Now what is happening in this way? Okay, so in this part what is going to happen? Let us see. We will draw a block diagram. Now this is the block diagram of common ammeter transistor. Now in this, if you see, this is the ammeter, base and collector. NPN transistor we have used. That means majority carrier in ammeter is electron. Majority carrier in base is holes. Majority carrier in collector is the electrons. Now this part, that is ammeter and base, it is always forward bias. This part is reverse bias. So therefore reverse current is going to flow. Here forward current is going to flow. Now since we know the rules of forward bias and reverse bias, in forward bias what is happening? Forward bias, the junction which has been created over here, it is going to shrink, right? And the junction over here, it is going to expand because of this reverse bias. So therefore this junction is going to expand. So when this junction is going to expand, this majority carrier are not able to come towards the base, and they will not reach at the emitter. So therefore, these electrons are being attracted towards this positive plate. They are not able to come at this point. So therefore, over here, the minority carriers in this, the minority carriers are the holes. Okay, so these are the holes which are present in negative region, or you can say, so these are the minority carriers. So these minority carriers, now they can pass through this junction, because these are the minority carriers. Holes are there, so holes are being attached to, are attracted towards the negative plate. So these can be go from here, but when they can go, when this VCE is being increased. Now if you start increasing, here you can see, here we have attached a variable potential. So therefore, when you increase the VCE, then the minority carrier can pass through the junction and they will reach at the base, and automatically the base minorities which are coming from here, collectors minority, and this is also what positive region. So therefore, number of holes are being increased, and therefore the current is also going to increase. So here, when VCE increases, minority carriers pass through the junction, and therefore due to this, what is happening, the IB and IC is going to increase. It will affect the current at base and the current at the collector. Now if this is going to increase, then what will happen? Now VBE is, now you are increasing the VBE, that means this. Okay, now if you increase the VBE, then what will happen? This layer, that is the junction, is going to shrink. Now if it shrinks, then what will happen? These holes will speed up and they will transfer from here to here. Therefore, there is a passing of holes and electron from these base. If this base is going to shrink and further increasing, this junction is not being there, it gets vanished. Okay, so therefore there is no gate present over here, so that they are not able to come. So due to this, what is happening? It gets shrink, and therefore there is a flow of electron and hole pairs. Now the forward current is going to increase when you increase the potential across the base and emitter. Okay, now forward bias current increases. This also increases due to this, because holes are also going to present, these holes are also going to come towards this, and therefore the IC is also affecting. Now what do you mean by input and output? This is all the working about this common emitter. This is the working about the common emitter transistor. Now what about the input and output characteristic? Now input and output characteristic we can understand in better way when we draw the table of VDE, that is input voltage and the current. Now for studying input characteristic, the output is kept fixed, or you can say it can be kept at a constant value, or constant value. Okay, now if input characteristic means what? VBE is going to change step by step, and VCE is kept constant. Okay, so this is the input characteristic. These are the basic things which you have to keep in your mind, that VBE, if you want to, this is input and this is output. Okay, so we can write it as this is output part and this is the input part. Then this works in forward bias mode and this works in reverse bias mode. Okay. Now, if you have to study input characteristic, this should be kept constant. And if you want to study the output characteristics, then input should be kept at a constant value. Okay. Now, if you see here, then we can draw a table VBE. We are studying about input characteristics. So therefore, input voltage you have to change the input voltage. Here, the current is going to change. Okay. For example, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 are the input potential which is given to base and emitter, and this is the change in the value. You can see that the current is also going to change. So how can we draw the diagram? That is graph of IB and VB. So this is the graph of, here we have to take VBE and here we have to take the current. So this is the diagram which is showing the input characteristic. Here you can say that at your point we have taken VCE to be constant. So this is the graph of input characteristic. Now in the same manner, what we have to study about? Yes, we have to study about the output characteristic. Your output is going to change and input is going to be constant. Output characteristic and input characteristic should be constant. This should be constant. That is VCE you are going to change step by step. Okay, so you are changing it step by step, and VBE is to be constant or at fixed value. Now in this, since when we have already seen in the block diagram, when we are changing the potential across collector and emitter, then what is going to happen? Only the minority carriers are going to pass towards the base. But when the minority carriers are finished in this collector, then no current is going to flow. That means the current is going to be at constant. That is C. If this is the VCE and this is the current, okay, this is 0. For 0 the current is 0. For 1 it is 1. Then for 2 it is 2. Then for 3 it is 3. For 4 it is 3. For 5 it is 3. Now here you can see that we are changing the VCE by step. Here I have written change it by step. Then the current is going to change. But at some time what is happening? Yes, the current is constant. That is, at a point at which the current gets constant, that point is called as what? Saturation current. So here you can see the number no passing of minority carriers. That is, only 3 minority carriers were present in collector, and therefore that 3 minority carriers have been passed towards the base, and therefore there is a flow of current. But after further change in VCE, there is no change in the current. That means the current gets constant. So we can write here, at this point the current is constant, and this point is called as what? Saturation current. This is the saturation current. So how can we draw the diagram for this? that is this VBE. For first VBE, that is, for example, now VBE is kept at 5 volt and we are changing this VCE. Then at different value of VBE, that is for 10 volt, yes, we are going to change VCE step by step. Then how can we diagram for these two? Graph for this is VCE and this is, yes, the current. So the current increase and further increase in VCE, it gets, yes, constant. Then this is for VBE is equal to 5 volt here. Now for VBE at 10 volt it will be here. So for VBE is equal to 10 volt it will be in this way. So this is nothing but called as what? It is the knee voltage. This is the knee voltage. Okay. So this is the graph for who? Output characteristic. So input and output characteristic we have discussed, and I think you have understood about, yes, the input characteristics. So this is all about, yes, common emitter characteristics. That is, we have studied about input and output, and we have used NPN transistor.